and at 1.39 billion. And in Papua New Guinea, 96% of Papua New Guineans are Christians. And out of those, 30% of Papua New Guineans are Catholics. So that represents about 2.5 going on to 3 million people. And that's according to the 2011 census. And it's now almost 13 years, and that census has never been updated. So that number could have increased. We could guess it and still get it right.
Yes, John, population continues to grow.
Yes.
And one of the challenges in Papua New Guinea, we never get ourselves right with our census. But we do know that in the families, they're expanding, and the challenges of school fees, feeding, and of course our schools and our health centers, these are the ones that measure how much are we catering for all our people.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Archbishop. A Garuda Airbus bringing the Holy Father into Port Moresby. The papal flag is flying as a normal protocol requirement. And coming from Indonesia, a country, an Islam country, Buddhism and Hinduism are strong. The population there, 383 million people. Out of those, only 8.3 million are Catholics in Indonesia. And in Papua New Guinea, as we alluded earlier, 30% of how many people we have right now, and as we said, the census is not updated, 30% are Catholics, but 96% of the people are Christians. Garuda Airbus, on board the Holy Father, Pope Francis.
It would be a different arrival if it was sunlight or sunset.
You'd have people hanging off branches and on rooftops. I'm not quite sure whether that's happening right now. It could be. It's dark, so we can't see. I'm sure people are seeking some vantage points to have a sneak preview of the arrival. There you are, the Vatican flag and the PNG flag. How about that? It is, looking at that picture, it is a picture of, if it's not excitement, then it is one of anticipation of what might be, what might happen, what might be said, what might be the outcome when it's all over. At a time when Papua New Guinea is going through some difficult times of law and order, difficult times of hardships, difficult times politically.
You might also have to consider at this point, with the advancement of information communications technology, that a lot of people are having personally following what is going on, which is before you would have a radio only or a TV for a big group of people. But now, given the personalized technology, everyone is to themselves watching what is going on.
We've come of time, haven't we? Yes, we have. Oh, yes, we have. So when the aircraft is parked and the engine stopped, and when the Holy Father emerges and his entourage, people there to greet him and follow through the protocols. As we said, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable John Rosso, is already there representing the government and the people of Papua New Guinea to welcome the Holy Father. And with him are a number of ministers, including the Honourable Justin Chechenko, the Minister for Foreign Affairs. And he's there in his capacity as welcoming a dignitary from another country who's the head of state as well. And they also, no doubt, with the other government officials, members of the Honourable Paul Spako is also there. He's kind of hosting the National Capital District and National Capital District. So he's the governor here, he's there to welcome him. And the people, the traditional landowners and the people here, the Motu Koitabu, are represented there at the airport by Gary Jr., the chairman of the Motu Koitabu. And of course, for representing the public servants down there is Ivan Komala, Chief Secretary to Government, and also the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Elias Wahengu. On the Vatican side, there is, of course, His Eminence, Cardinal Sir John Ribert, representing the Archdiocese of Port Moresby, playing host to the visit by the people. And then, of course, you will have the representatives of the Apostolic Nunciature. That's like the embassy of the Vatican Embassy here in Port Moresby, in Papua New Guinea. You also have His Excellency Otto Sepre. He's the Bishop of Barena and the President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference. A little bit dark out there, and of course out at the tarmac you don't have lights like you if it was daytime, then it would be very clear, but yes, it's somebody switch on some lights there. Wow, I said the magic word, did I? This is the crew that was responsible for flying the Holy Father from Jakarta in Indonesia to Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. A trip that took almost 5 to 6 hours. We're waiting for the moment when all will be cleared for disembarkation of the people on board. And just in front of the aeroplane, the Airbus is a little, almost like a smaller miniature Toyota, but it is specially fitted for the Holy Father to be driven from there to New Guinea Hill. Now these are the Mekio dancers, Mekio performers who are there to welcome. And I think it was done in the previous visits by Pope John Paul II. And his 2 visits here, the Mekios had gone out there and performed and had welcomed. These pictures are coming to you live, wherever you are, live from Jackson's Airport in Port Moresby. The Garuda Airbus that has just flown in, the Holy Father and his entourage landed at Jackson's Airport a few minutes ago. It's been a long flight in Indonesia, so from here there are no other programs planned. As he steps down from the plane, he will take the guard of honor, say hello to the dignitaries there, take the guard of honor, and then will be taken to New Guinea Hill, where the Apostolic Nuncio Citra is. That's the embassy of the Vatican. These are some of the clergy out there. Archbishop, you know them. Who are they?
What we just see a while ago is the president, Bishop Otto Sapari. Bishop of Brena is the president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference, and was standing to his back was Bishop Joseph Rosinski.
Okay.
The Bishop of Quebec, and all the others, and the rest, everybody, I think at this point is nothing much they can say. They're just looking
Just sort of
and just taking it in.
Yes. Yes. So they've obviously opened two doors. One at the back, I think it will be the entourage, the accredited media will come out of there. Some security personnel, and the steps in the front will be where the Holy Father will no doubt will be guided down. And there's some of the members, part of the entourage, coming down at the back end. And if they are media people, they will no doubt circle the front to take pictures. That's what they came for, and they're not going to miss this opportunity. And in Papua New Guinea, we offer a different kind of reception with the young Mekio dancers who are dressed up in front. Here are some members of the security personnel making sure that the Holy Father is safe. Trained personnel, so they swept into action. Now some members of some of our dignitaries, as well as the two Mekio girls dressed in Mekio dress, will welcome the Holy Father. Is there any specific order under which the bishops go to meet the Holy Father there? Were they picked? Were they chosen? Or how is that arrived at?
John, what is happening is all the bishops are invited to be present for the arrival to greet the Holy Father, because in most cases he is the what's referred to as the supreme pontiff, who is the overall boss, and everybody we normally every 5 years we have to go and give an account on how you're running your dioceses or archdioceses. And so he is also keen to meet each one. And recently we just met him in Rome last year. And now when he comes and see the bishops or meet the bishops on their own turf, it's a bit of a different experience for the Holy Father as much as for the bishops themselves. So in that regard, there is no, of course, we have the Cardinal and the chairman of the Bishops' Conference, the president, and then the rest. That's about it. We'll be having also a few others who arrived. The Cardinal from Tonga and another Archbishop from Fiji and from New Zealand, who just felt that this because we are making Papua New Guinea as representing the Oceania. And so these other bishops felt that they have to be here to representing their four conferences, Australia, New Zealand, and CPAC, is all the nations in the Pacific Ocean, and Papua New Guinea Solomon Islands. So this is why we are hearing the referral or the reference is that this visit is a pastoral and apostolic visit of His Holiness Pope Francis to to Asia, and Papua New Guinea seems to be at the borderline between Asia and Oceania. Where the bridge? Where the bridge. We'll break into a little bit of picture here, Archbishop. Online block Papua New Guinea. You may talk minutes this la balus. Karim oh pusati kam luki mibla kam lo country blo mibla balus kam on down finish na online or big line long government na lot tu only go place balus long ko kisimem talk welcome long em na kisimem na em by igat landi on program long em long wakim long Port Moresby long Saturday na Sunday na tu em by go long Vanimor long West Civic Province. Go looking for some long missionary only come long place where M come long M come long one blah South American country only call him Argentina. Now little old missionary or some old sister or work line all come long up. Now you look all same old line here. He come down the front end and all some blah all line was at the come at them. I think only come pass long. Ready long em by come down. People are waiting. All got to look strong, Archbishop. John dispela balus. You know one kind of small balus misal lukim long kind of semika tripla all exit ya lo back side long front nothing long side you go to long left hand you can look him. So ilugol siya mo kataman ilugulok tasol na wet which one by Papa Santo come out long him. Holy Father by come long disla front or long back side or long side you go. But now or katay stop lugulok tasol na wet long look him. Which step by kisimikam. Because I mean, walk about I think only 15 minutes long wheelchair by easy long Emmy go down long. You simbalusi go down long and you will come on top long podium long here. But I think long kata viewers long Emmy this excitement na preparation of this time. I'm now Emmy come up finish. I'm now sampla long all line walk about 1 time only walk long come kisim place meeting all line even walk about them all group belong them one comes them all journalists big line but some all close collaborators belong them all walk line one time now you need to call him finish before because long situation na condition long we need more extra care long all man long come. But the point that Polandi, look sabe Tomas, given or sim lapun pinis na emi got sala fragile, still let me talk, emi like come. You can look him now, emas, if I come out no in a plus.
Okay. You look also only you should not apply something long New Guinea long put him long up now, let him come down, long up because em lapuna em
Emi insist, long come.
yes.
Even suppose all team long what they can only come look now only long vanimo now only come back na toko sem country got problem long all heavy one them transport long balusi ron or you got short of fuel or kind or complication come up now only go through long in only to game na yet the right long all ketawan to long in it all sem only to game semi hard lo come that's all me like come or me come
I'm not looking for people. Am now. Come now. Come now long upside. Run go and stop the wheelchair. I'm sick click never walk about them yet. Only help him go come or send all carry him come down long one blab click up and long New Guinea is a carry more when something you go on long. Balushna come down long end long upside. Now all now come lo front now all bishop or dress come down. You meeting all them all bishop now walk line blow low to that so you must thinking all them only Father Amy also President or Prime Minister and big man blow Vatican State. Now all this bishops number them all some blow line and minister blow him. One kind of them suppose Prime Minister blow me blah. James Marape go on Arabla country and some minister go on them and one kind of them. Or some blow this all come on them all and or some minister blow him or some advisor blow him or some one him blow him blow Vatican State because all workman blow is like kind of some government of Vatican. He's a religious leader as well as head of state.
John, I think only been talk long, secretary to long secretary of state by come one them. That's all. He been harim kendra plat talk sem this secretary now we no come one them all because mommy die. Now this mama long this secretary 96 years, 96-year old mama. So time he die now, emi subject so all in the plana will come. But even kind of semi okay all ministries now all secretaries all close line is abo bad one them now walk one them now only come look him to bless all countries to me long here long Asia and along Oceania.
Now, already wait lo come down all this all tubla lili berry tubla dress up all semi talk make you. Central Tasolino make you motu koitabo from motu koitabo. Tubla dress is tab long now all this line is tab now time Holy Father come close to chief protocol officer blah 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 by introduce him or by talk sabilong deputy prime minister blah blah long come long Holy Father all same long all same formality kind sign also working long big man long Narapla country come and now wheelchair only William go long where deputy prime minister is tab long and Pope Francis. You look at him now. But you may talk about it. Picture talk finish. Kiss him flower gifts. Now you saw traditional sign blow mipla long national capital. Now Papua New Guinea go long. That's all man long. He come all media line. He come long Vatican. To also I like him this like kind picture. I like swim the world all same na all to block him all up camera blow mipla. That's all I'm alright. Here goes the Deputy Prime Minister. Welcome to Papua New Guinea, he says.
We are honored to have you here on shore. And Ikola disla now Deputy Prime Minister by accompany him or guide him. Holy Father, igolong all line blong em now all dignitaries was such stab blong and by introduce him all igolong Holy Father. Em not this like commander blong commodore blong acting chief blong Papua New Guinea Defense Force. Contact long APEC dies, whereby online blow mibla all Soria and online blow mibla long here by Soluti mem. I think only mem na ila kiramem to supply Lusimana close to put down. That's all looking past long I'm smiling. Man blow all people. Man blow long all border numbers, all periphery law English or periphery, I'm long outside. I'm not like all city na kind of them. I'm like go where all people are, sleep outside. Outside all main cities na all good la all stop long way happy hardly long end. Em la go long end because long kind walk long em na think long em. Deputy Prime Minister, one time the Holy Father, that's a 21 gun salute now. Normally he would receive that salute standing up, but in his condition, of course, he's seated, and as a mark of respect for him, the Deputy Prime Minister is also seated with him. That picture of the Deputy Prime Minister and the Holy Father on the dais is a picture of a moment in time in the history of Papua New Guinea. Archbishop. That's the Honorable Justin Chechenko, the Foreign Minister, going up, meeting with the Holy Father, and the national anthems of Papua New Guinea and the Vatican have been taken. The governor of the National Capital District, the Honorable Paul Paco, gets the opportunity to get a close-up meeting, handshake with the Holy Father. I couldn't see his face. It could be one of the governors. Government officials. One by one are being introduced, and the Honorable Justin Chechenko is introducing important people, and that is MP Peter Isoaimo, member for it's the chairman of the Motu Koita Bulls, Daddy Toka Jr., and this is Delta Wong, the member for Gazelle. From West New Britain, that's the Honorable Elias Kababore. Ray Sheikh Peter Siamalili, Police Minister, a rare handshake that they'll treasure for a long time in their lives. You'll never get that as frequent as you would in your electorate. Okay, its formality is over. The Foreign Minister. Okay, that's the members of the clergy. I'll let you do that.